Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises going on to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This video will show you that Jacob's trouble is coming in a big, big way.
Some states are reporting disproportionately large numbers of African-American deaths. So Steve Osensana, he leads us off with more on this disturbing trend that even the White House is now weighing in on.
From the moment the coronavirus outbreak began, health officials have preached that COVID-19 doesn't discriminate, that it's an equal opportunity killing.
New reports strongly suggest that race still matters. Look at Louisiana. Of the more than 500 people whose final breaths were stolen by this disease, the state says that more than 2/3 of them were black.
Disturbingly, this information is going to show you that slightly more than 70% of all the deaths in Louisiana are of African Americans. And so that deserves more attention, and we're going to have to dig into that and see what we can do to slow that trend down.
In Chicago, the numbers fall the same. Most of the people who've gotten sick or died are people of color. Nearly 70% of all COVID-19 deaths in the city are African American. The city says that's nearly 6 times more fatal than what's being seen by their white neighbors.
Those numbers take your breath away. They really do. This is a call to action moment for all of us. When we talk about equity and inclusion, they're not just nice notions. They are an imperative that we must embrace as a city.
On Chicago's West Side, Reverend Marshall Hatch says it's been a tough few weeks.
Well, we had actually 4 deaths last week, and one of them was my sister who passed on Saturday, my eldest sister.
In Milwaukee County, Wisconsin, where black Americans are just 26% of the population, they're more than 70% of the deaths from the coronavirus. The reports are startling in North Carolina, Connecticut, and Michigan, too.
Based on our preliminary data, we see that it appears to be impacting minority populations greater, with 33% of cases and 40% of deaths being in African Americans.
The NAACP held a virtual news conference sounding the alarm.
These are shocking numbers. This shows the lack of inequity. This exposes the structural deficits that we've all known about. But when you put an accelerant like a coronavirus in the midst, African Americans are desperately impacted.
Policy experts tell us they've seen this before.
We saw during H1N1 that Native Americans and Latinos were much more likely to be hospitalized and even to die from the virus. And we're seeing the same thing happen now with coronavirus in places like Chicago, where black people are roughly 30% of the city's population, but 70% of all coronavirus-related fatalities.
Okay, I want to stop it there. So notice how they're saying black, Latino, and Native American. They didn't mention Japanese people. They didn't mention Korean people. They didn't mention Samoan people. They didn't mention Arabic people, which those are all in America. Those are in America in abundance. Each nation. That's why it's called the melting pot, the great melting pot. But the people that they focused on was the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites according to the scriptures. You see? So Esau knows who he's targeting. He knows what he's doing. And by him saying that it's more affecting us than it's affecting them, it allows him to target the Israelites. Okay, and he's not gonna ask you nicely after a point. After a point, he ain't gonna say just stay in the house or just come and get the vaccine. At a point, he's gonna be ready to force things on you, man, with force, because now he's making it as if you are a danger to society. You see what I'm saying to you? So like the elder Manatazatba said, and I agree with that 100%. These Edomites are going to start looking at you funny. And that's 100% facts. That's 100% facts. They're going to start looking at you funny because they're going to look at you as you're a threat. And Esau wants to do that anyway. He wants to see you as a threat. He wants to be able to have a good reason to discriminate against you. But hey, like we said, these things must come to pass, man. These things must come to pass. This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? So there's not going to be a day that's like it. And the ones that are going to be saved out of it is going to be the elect. As it says in Zechariah 13 and 8, the elect, the 1/3, will be delivered. The mass majority of you Israelites are going to perish in these times to come, man. Whether it be by famine, whether it be by the so-called medicine that he's ready to inject into you, whether it be by wild beast or race wars or whatever the case is, you will perish before the time of the kingdom. Before the kingdom comes to fruition, you will perish if you're of the 2/3. Okay? And we've been warning you about this time. We've been warning you about Jacob's trouble. We've been warning you that there's going to be a time that's worse than any other time on the planet Earth. You know, a lot of these other groups, right, like IUIC and these different groups, they haven't been warning their congregation about these type of things. That's why their congregation is not ready, and they're trying to curse their congregation out for not being ready. But you didn't make them ready, man. When you were in the discussion with that guy, that Benjamite, on his show, and he was asking you if there's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble or a time that's going to be bad for the Israelites again, you said no. So your congregation, their whole mindset was they're going to build, everything's going to be good until Yahushua comes. They're going to be able to build everything. They're going to be able to marry. Everything's going to be the same until Yahushua comes. Not knowing there's going to be a great insurrection, man. This is Daniel's 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. The elect, the elect, the elect. I just want to touch on that point that I just made, man, about these other camps that's not warning the congregation and the sheep about this about the situation that's getting ready to come, man. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 7. It says, and even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is piped or harped? For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? This is what it's all about, man. Okay, if you're giving them an uncertain sound, if you're not really telling them that, listen, destruction's coming, a lot of death is coming, we're not supposed to be in the time of mirth, we're not supposed to be having an Israelite party, right? We're not supposed to be having a Israelite rap battles and stuff like that at the Passover. This is a time for solemnity. All right, if that's even the right word to use. All right, this is a solemn time that we're coming to, so we need to be in a solemn spirit. And guess what? Great Millstone has been in that solemn spirit for since they've been on the scene. They've been in that solemn spirit, that spirit of gloom, that spirit of so-called fear mongering, as they would call it. But now the fear is here. Now the true fear of you people is here. Okay, what we've been trying to warn you of, the mind state that we've been trying to push to you, now is here. Now we can see it very clearly, man. You can see it very clearly, and it's not gonna go well for you, Jakes, man. I'm telling you now. Esau is getting ready to. He's trying to establish his new world order. He's trying to establish his new world order, man. Okay. So it's not gonna go well for you, Jakes, man. This is Isaiah 59:19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood." Right, and so he's gonna come in like a flood. You know what a flood is, man? When your house is getting flooded, right, at a rapid rate, which people haven't experienced that except if they've been in a major hurricane. That's you have to climb to the roof quick, you know, because that flood is coming directly at you, and there's really no escape, because you know, if you jump off the roof, you're gonna jump into a bunch of water. Okay, if you go back in the house, you're gonna drown in your house. So this is how Esau's coming. He's about to surround you at all points. That's why they have so much army troops on the grounds in America and in Canada and in London and all these different places, because they're getting ready to move in like a flood. The Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, shall lift up a standard against him. So the Heavenly Father is going to fight for the elect. But you 2/3, he's not gonna fight for you, man. The ones that kind of put Yahweh Shem Yahushai to the side, or I'll deal with that when I have time, when I'm ready. You know, I seen Jakes that actually said that type of thing. Oh, well, you know, I go when I have time. Okay, well, you go and do your thing, because I know for a fact there's no other Jake that I know of that's on the highways and the byways where I'm from. Ain't no Jake out here. Okay, those people from IUIC were downstairs in the metro. And they weren't there in the winter, from what I understand. I could be wrong. Maybe they were, right? But I never seen them out there in the winter. You see what I'm saying to you? But there's certain people that push Yahweh Shem Yahushai to the side. All right, they push them to the side. Okay, and some of these people don't even believe in the name. They call him Christ and some different type of name, Alahaya, or whatever they call him, which is not his proper name. You're gonna have to figure that out in these times, man. You're gonna need that in these times. Let me get something real quick, man. You know what? Before I get that, let me get Revelations 12 and verse 12. You know, to connect with this script. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So you got to be in that mind state, man. You got to be in the mind state that, guess what? Your family members ain't going to make it, man. All right? You got to be in the mind state that you might have to go and live in the woods. All right? You got to be in that mind state, man. I be thinking about that, man. Maybe I got to go live in the woods and make a fire or something, man. All right? We're getting to that time. We're getting to that time, so you have to be prepared mentally. Because if you're not prepared mentally, they're not coming to, they're not gonna knock on your door. They're not gonna knock on the door softly and see if he's there. Nah, man. If they're coming for you, they're coming for you, man. All right, they're gonna be banging on that door with force. You better open that door right now, right? Or maybe they'll just kick in the damn door or break your window and climb in through the windows. You know, shoot some tear gas through your window. This is why even there's one video, older video where Apostle Gabar was saying that we're living in the times where you gotta sleep with your clothes on. Well, guess what? We're coming to that time where you're gonna have to sleep with clothes on, man. Soon we can't be sleeping in no damn boxer briefs, man. We gotta be sleeping in sweatsuits, sweatpants and stuff, man. And shorts with our socks on, man. With our shoes close to the bed. You know? We're getting to that time now. I wanted to get something real quick. You know, just to stress the importance of the name of the Lord, man. To stress the importance, because the name of the Lord is deadly serious, man. Okay, if you just you're just nonchalant about that, bro, you're not gonna make it, man. This is Proverbs 18:10. The name of Yahweh, and when you look it up in the Hebrew, it's Yahweh. It doesn't say Christ. It doesn't say God Most High. It says Yahweh. All right. Is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So if you want to be safe, your best bet is calling upon the name of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, which means in the name of Yahweh Shai, which is his only begotten son. And I want to read 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, and I'm going to start at the 69th verse, man. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you brothers this, man. Get in this mind state, man. Get in the mind state that, listen, people will perish, man. A lot of people that you know will start to perish. And we're not supposed to waver in the faith. We're supposed to keep our eye on the prize, keep our eye on the goal, and understand that we should have faith in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And we're not supposed to fear anything. That's why I made that video about not wearing the mask, okay, not wearing the gloves for the purposes of trying to protect yourself from this virus, because we're supposed to have faith in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You think that Yahweh Shai is gonna be looking at you smiling if you have some gloves and a mask? You don't trust in him. Yahweh Shai was cursing out the apostles for kind of panicking when the boat was being flooded in a massive storm in the middle of the sea. I think that's more of a reason to panic than some damn propaganda machine that Esau's pushing out there, man. You know, with inflated numbers. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you're working construction and there's asbestos around, you don't go into the construction site without a mask, bro. We can't be simple like that, all right? But we got to be able to discern and understand. You know, brothers is new and whatnot, but we have to come up, be of quick understanding, as the Lord said, man. We have to get on that quick understanding tip, because the time that's coming, you don't have time to get it together as slowly as other brothers had it, okay? Because we're close, man. I didn't have a lot of time to get it. To get it together, man. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 69. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every city, in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. So it don't matter if you fear the Lord or not. They're not sparing you. Okay? They're not sparing you. They're going after you jakes, man. All right? They're going after you jakes. That's the bottom line. Just like with Herod and Yahushua, when Herod heard that the Messiah was being born, he went, okay, let's just try and find the specific. He was killing all you Israelites, man. All them Israelite babies from what was it, 2 and under or something like that? All the male children, you know. So they're not. That's that. And Herod was an Edomite, and the Edomites are gonna do the same thing in this time. They're not gonna be specific. They're trying to cut you out, man. They're trying to cut you out of the blessing so that they can have their perpetual kingdom. They know what's up, man. They specifically said Latinos and so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans specifically, man. And don't think for a second that's just a coincidence, man. Don't think for a second. That's not the first time that when Esau mentions minorities and speaks about them, he mentions blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's letting you know he knows what's up. Okay, I remember when they passed a certain bill, that's the 144 bill, right? It's at 144, okay, 144 bill, and I believe that's the bill that stops you from gathering. Okay, these are subliminal messages, man. when Trump said there was 144 countries that were infected, he made a lot of emphasis on the word 144. He damn near said that in slow motion. You understand? At the end of the day, the elites, like the apostles and elders always been saying from the beginning, they watch. They're trembling knowing that we're out there, man. They're trembling, man. They're trembling. So know that they're going to come in like a flood, knowing that they're going to be sparing none, man. Let me read that again from the 71st verse. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Zechariah 13:8, man. This is going to separate the gold from the wood, the men from the boys. This is what we're coming to, man. So, brothers, be circumspect. You know, listen closely to what Esau says, man. Listen closely, man. Listen very closely. And if you have any articles, you know, of importance, you know, don't make sure you look at the article and see if it's a credible source before you post it in the comment board. But if you have an article of you know, that's credible and that makes good points, go ahead and post that in the comment section as well, man. Right? So it could be broken down. All right. So with that, I give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem HaKadosh, and Shalom to you sincere Akim out there. All right, that are actually, you know, putting your hand to the plow and doing the work, and those that are helping the ministry. To you, I say Shalom.